Here's a quotation by Jim Rohn. Don't let your learning lead to knowledge. Let your learning lead to action. Don't let your learning lead to knowledge. Let your learning lead to action. Again, that's by Jim Rohn. Why did I select this? We're near the end of the year. We've learned lots. We've embraced it. We've taken education. We've taken classes. But how are we applying those? Are we? Have we applied those lessons we've learned within the workplace to take us the next step? We think about that. So as we wrap up this year, we think about how we're leveraging our lessons in life. Learning comes in many different forms. We've talked about that in several different occasions. But are you taking action on those? And I'll give an example. I was coaching someone just over the weekend, lots of different learnings. But after asking just a few questions, we realized he was not taking action on what he'd learned so far. Not being demeaning to anybody, we all do it. But how are you leveraging the learnings you have? Think about it. We have unpredictable moments. Are you addressing those so you don't have those occur as often? And you're prepared for those situations or moments? Or are you going back to the same old routine, the day in, day out grind? Trust me, I have ADHD in my own way. You can ask anybody that knows me, including my spouse, who will tell you in a whole different form. Well, my point is, if you find yourself in a rut and you find yourself going back to what you're used to, maybe it's time to help define a change. I'm not saying about quitting a job. I've talked to those type of practitioners as well. I'm ready to leave. I've been here 6 weeks and I can't take it anymore. Been there, done it. I get it, right? But think about how you're able to grow from that opportunity. Those learnings, taking action, being able to apply yourself. Because when you do that, all of a sudden, what do you think happens to you? You come to the realization you're able to grow. You're able to better understand how it works. Better articulate to others how they can help you. That's all you're looking for. So how are you applying that? How are you making that happen to help make yourself successful? Help making your position you have and the role you have within the organization more successful? How you're able to personally grow from this? As we think about these moments, we think about our learning opportunities. It could be a conversation just like this, learning to someone with video that's posted. It could be a conversation that you're having with someone in a few moments, whether it's a stakeholder, a colleague, manager, etc., and said, whoops, I shouldn't have done that. But realize that mistakes means you're trying to grow. It means you're learning a way of not doing something, or a way helps you determine a new way of approaching what you've been working on. That's huge. Congratulations. You successfully failed. Yes, I said you've successfully failed. Because when you think about failure, that helps you grow. Yeah, we get stuck in today's world and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't take anymore. And I totally get it. So adjust. If you can't take it, say, okay, I need to pause that one part of one activity because here's what I'm better at. Here's what I want to thrive at. I don't want to go down that path. Again, I'm not saying to quit your job. If you need to, fine. I'm more than happy to help you. If you need to contact me, fine. But my point is, look for other observations for you to grow personally. I know I'm a broken record on this today, but on the Motivational Monday, I'm giving you credit where credit's due. We don't do nearly enough of that. Trust me, I pay attention to activities all the time. I mean, LinkedIn, I'll be honest, is my world. I look at things, I observe it, etc. I pay attention to that. It's no dark secret. I'm not trying to stalk anybody. I'm paying attention to what's happening in the industry, how it's being communicated. And when you look at that, it's very uh, eye-opening is the best word for it, eye-opening. And when you look at that and look about how people are treating each other, it's insane. That's why you always see from me, congratulations on your achievement. Doesn't mean I can do an activity better than you. No, it means I'm acknowledging you for your accomplishment, whatever that accomplishment is. You're able to go that next step. I'm giving credit to you. I recently was having a conversation, follow-up dialogue with literally a practitioner who was ready to quit his job and move forward. I followed up after a couple of weeks just to see how he was progressing. He was really doing well. The conversation, he says, wow, that was awesome. Some great one-on-one type of dialogue. I'm ready to go that next step. I'm ready to learn more. I said, really? Well, let's have that follow-up discussion and help determine what those next steps are, which we're actually going to do this afternoon. I can do the same for you. Help you go that next step. My point's not to pitch you on that, but help you grow. That's all you're looking for. You want to acknowledge where you are, be able to go that next step with somebody who's credible and able to talk to you. It isn't me. Yeah, I get it. Maybe it's someone else. Find someone to help you go that next step. If you have a trusted advisor, make it happen, 1,000%. But at the same time, if you don't, reach out. Seriously, let's have a chat. Because when you have a discussion with a trusted advisor, whomever that is, it could be a peer, it could be a grandparent, it could be maybe a parent, it could be a coworker, a trusted advisor, maybe someone who you used to work with that you really just need to sit down and chat and have that dialogue to work things out. Have it. I don't want you to get stuck the way I used to, especially this time of year during the holidays. I literally had a lot of things that always hit me just all at once, every year. And I'd be in a really bad mood. I'll be honest, really bad mood. And grumbly kind of guy. You know the type of individuals I'm talking about. Maybe you get that way yourself at times. Or maybe you don't realize it and your spouse tells you, but I'll let you figure that out. But I came to the realization that the holidays are just more activities being added to my plate. The question is, what can I accomplish? What can I not? I want to do it all, but that's not feasible. How can I make sure I am successful with what I'm working with? That was my learning opportunity I had. And I took action on it. Help prioritize what happens. Do I still get overwhelmed? I do. But I took action to say, this is all I can do. And saying no is an answer. No is a complete sentence. No is a complete sentence to help you succeed. Because what I failed at is failing to say no. I mean, I was doing scouts, I was doing Kiwanis, I was doing a lot of different volunteering activities, I was doing the community, I was working. And sometimes you just have to say, pause, I'm crazy, it's going a little too crazy for me. How can I proceed? And that's what I want you to help you with today and this week, and for you to think about. Again, that was my learning experience. I'm sure you have your own. Feel free to note it below. But keep in mind, this is about you and your destiny. What do you want that destiny to look like? I was talking with a practitioner just on the weekend over a little bit of coaching. And he says, well, I have these grandiose ideas. That's great. That's awesome. Cool. You've got the big, audacious goals. That's awesome. Let's narrow it down. Let's narrow it down some more. Let's narrow it down to figure out what your dot is. And your dot, in my definition of dot, is what is your core focus? What are you really good at? It could be talking about Microsoft compliance and doing licensing. Awesome. If that's your specialty, do it. It could be Oracle licensing. It could be talking about processes and how you work with stakeholders. That's your dot. It could be talking about configuration management, how you're looking at applications and how the relationships are. That's your dot. there's lots of opportunities, but don't worry about doing everything is my point. That's our problem in our roles, whether asset managers, software asset managers, or configuration managers. We tend to look at all. What we forget to realize is that all is a lot. And sometimes we're not meant to, and our brain doesn't work in specific areas. I do that. I figured it out. Do I still make mistakes? I do. Do I also have peers within reach that can help me along the way? I do. And that's what I want you to help you with, the better network. Figure out your network for success. So I'll give you an example. Different example. Co-op related, but it's a little bit different. So within the past few years, I've had a lot of training to help better communicate on camera, etc. It's all about helping make it happen and communicating, making sure the message gets across. It's not easy. I'll be honest, it's not easy. I'm not trying to intimidate anybody, but it takes a lot of focus, faith in yourself, vision to go that next step. So a couple of weeks ago, I went to a speaking competition. Oh yeah, speaking competition. I've done Toastmasters for years. It wasn't Toastmasters, another organization, but it's something it's like, okay, do it. I walked in the door with 700 other individuals. You want to talk about being intimidated? But I was determined and had faith I was going to move forward. Because what they had was regional qualifications to go to semifinals. So I did what I needed to. I went to the next level. I actually spoke twice and got to the final part of it. It's like, okay, I'm just signing it off. I'm good. Everyone's having a blast up there, etc. And then I had an unexpected thing happen. My name was called. My name was called to go to the semifinals. I haven't told this to many people. Now the entire world knows. But I tell this to you because all it took was moving forward. Took the ability to make it happen. Oh, sure. Was I fearful? Oh, heck yeah. Anybody's not telling them they're crazy. But I was determined to move it forward, and I did it. And other people believed in me. Believed in me to make it happen. Now, I tell you because that is also where I put myself in these unsurmountable opportunities to move forward, to help the greater community, to help better communicate how we work together. I'm not just going to wing it. Sure, I wing it at times. I get it. But I want to be a professional for you and provide an example of what a consultant or practitioner needs to be to go that next step. Am I going to step up and for any job out there? I'm not. And some individuals have learned that in the last few weeks. But I'm willing to help you go that next step because that's what this is all about. I'm here with you, brothers and sisters. I'm here for you. Not trying to preach at you, but I'm here for you. Because you need help. You may not realize it, Cole, and I'm not trying to push you one way or another, but it's okay to ask for help. That's my biggest Achilles heel is not asking for help. I'm willing to do that and move that next step. So when you learn it, apply it. Because when you apply it, you're going to be amazed at your results. Amazed at your results. It's Mr. Bill wrapping up here for the month of November. I want to make sure I put a nugget out there because this is about you. Sure, I'm up here speaking in front of you, but this is about you, not me. Because when you're successful, everything I do is successful. That's the way I've always been. That's the way anyone has seen any of my presentations at conferences, things like that. It's never been about me. There's lots of people that present it's personal ego. In several different ways, I've seen that. It's never been about me. It's about you. So as we think about it, and we had the Thanksgiving over the weekend, we move forward. Think about how you're able to leverage your learnings to take action. Because at the end of the day, when you're successful, that means the world to you and everyone else around you. When you're able to have a place to ask questions and not get intimidated or worry about that vendor sales pitch, that's when you gain confidence to perform your role. When you gain confidence in your role, it means you're able to perform it better, which means when you go home at night, you're able to relax. I know, what a concept. And I'll keep bringing that up. But I don't want you to go through some of the stresses I did in life. I want you to learn, absolutely. I want you to shortchange some of that. And some of the other organizations out there, they don't understand that because they don't understand what it means to be a consultant, what it means to actually articulate messages, what it means to help connect and bring people together. But you're part of that tribe. You've been part of that tribe, otherwise you wouldn't be here right now. I want you to feel comfortable when you go home, relax. You've done all you can. Sure, things are going to happen from time to time, but you're able to say, okay, let's address it. Do I need to address it immediately? Do I need to worry about tomorrow? You can consciously make that decision with less stress and more confidence. If you want to learn more about the co-op, feel free to look up. The website's right there. All about it. We've got more coming. Look for a little message price shortly. But I wanted to make sure I at least put a nugget out there. Be you. Take action. Enjoy it. You only get one chance at it. At this moment to make that difference. And make it back to you. Make it back to you. You. Well, enjoy your time. Have a great one. And I wish you the best as you move forward with this within this day.